So usually in Italian, I go through a series of titles, Your Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, etc. But I'm not sure what the right title is for a sister prefect. I'm not sure if it's Eminenza, sister. Glorious, let's use glorious sister. So, your gloriousness. Dear delegates, friends, all of you are most welcome here. I'm always very happy to welcome people to the Institute of Anthropology's Safeguarding Conference. It is a moment of serious reflection and discussion about topics that are extremely important to safeguard those who are most at risk, as well as promoting communities with a strong sense of integrity, dignity, and respect for everyone in the human family. This year's focus is a confident one. Women of faith, women of strength. This reality calls forth hope for an improved tomorrow. As a historian, I am very happy to see that you will have a presentation on the beatification of the 15 sisters of the Congregation of St. Catherine of Alexandria. Sometimes it's easy to forget that we are not the first or the only ones to confront evil and injustice in our world, or that there are not strong examples of integrity and dignity in our past. This should give us hope and courage to move forward in our own day. You are here to talk about protection, and I'm encouraged by the many efforts already in place. And here I'll give two examples, but looking at these, there are many, and that's a good thing. But I know the Leadership Conference of Women Religious in the United States, who have developed training programs for people working in the hospitality industry to recognize, report, and help those exploited people they might come into contact with in their work. When I lived in New Orleans, I saw how this program worked in the context of championship sporting events, and that those people in the hotels, in the industry, were able to help others because of what they had learned. At the international level, we might also think of Talitha Kum, or other initiatives of the International Union of Superiors General, who have created a comprehensive approach to the challenges we face in today's conference. The role of women religious in protection, prevention, and education is crucial in confronting this scourge in our contemporary world. When we are asked, inevitably, what did you do to protect these little ones, it will be this kind of work which will matter. Protection of the vulnerable, of the poor, remains a priority for all of us. To do so properly requires some preparation, education, and formation. We also need to help educate others, especially those who could be potential victims themselves, our young people. But we also need to sensitize the many who are in positions of authority to see and help. We need to make clear the lines of communication and reporting to proper authorities, and to help and educate those authorities too in processes of intervention and action. Finally, we need to develop plans of action to help prevent, to liberate those already taken, to bring healing, to pray, and to raise hope. I will end my brief welcoming remarks with an image that I was reminded of the other day when I was at a visit to the Papal Gardens in Castel Gandolfo. There is a small little park there dominated by a beautiful magnolia tree. In papal terms, the magnolia is a symbol of papal strength. But in my part of the world, the southern United States, the magnolia represents the beauty, but also the strength of women. There is a beautiful play that takes place in the southern US, and if you have a chance to read it, you should. It's called Steel Magnolias. And you need to read it much better than I can explain here. But the play begins on Easter Sunday and ends on Easter Sunday. And it follows a group of women through the entire cycle of birth, death, and birth. It's very sacramental, and it's something that very much expresses that strength and that faith that is so important here. So know that your strength is real, that it is deeply rooted in your faith, and that it can accomplish great things for the reign of God and those people to whom we are called to proclaim it to. May you celebrate your faith and your strength here in these days, and use that strength and that faith for the protection of others. Thank you.